Alright guys, we're back for yet another Bleach Brave Souls video, and as you guys already know, in less than 24 hours time, we are gonna be getting the anime broadcast celebration special, 1000 Year Blower Refinement Zenith Summons, which introduces a brand new Byakuya, Rukia, which you guys have been crying out for so long, and Renji. Now, the question of the matter is, should you guys summon or should you guys skip? If these characters are your favorite characters, the answer is yes. If you're looking for characters for Guild Quest, yes. If there's a character you need for the heart attribute, and you're missing the other characters like Holobankai Toshiro, True Shikai, Kilgay, yes, because this Byakuya is a freaking behemoth of a character. And if you need any GQ characters like Rukia, yes, and Renji for Brave Battles, yes. But if you don't care about any of this, you guys can pretty much skip the banner overall and just save for your upcoming favorite characters. I personally am going to be summoning because I need both Byakuya and Rukia for Guild Quests overall, and Renji, I guess, for Brave Battles, because this guy is going to be putting down Orihime, which is not even funny. So now, I think we can start by breaking down the banner. We have the main banner dropping from tomorrow and will last until October 15th, but after that we do have individual banners, which is going to start off with Byakuya's. His is going to be out from the 15th up until the 21st. Solid selection of fillers. You do have this Soifon, which is going to be able to buff tech characters. If we do get a powerful tech unit in the future, this character can actually be really good for buffing that specific Soul Reaper. Noitor, good for Guild Quest. Ulk, still good for Guild Quest. This Arena Halibel has definitely fallen off already. She's not that crazy good anymore. Rukia's individual banner, there's only one good character, and that's just Shunsui. Nothing worth talking here. It's going to be available from the 21st until the 27th, and then the final individual banner is going to be Renji from the 27th up until the 2nd of November. And you do have the Super Potion Neliel, which is still alright to use, but nowadays, if you get the Mashiro link, it's gonna be better, but she's not appearing in too many banners as of right now, huh? Then we have Hueco Mundo Aizen, which is okay, he's nothing too crazy, and then White Day Aizen, which is just another GQ Nat character for the Melee Espada GQ. He's still really solid to use as a character, even though we just got another Melee Espada killer. I think it was Rukia? Yeah, you can use him still. And that's pretty much about it. I would not really recommend going for the individual banners directly if you're planning to summon on the main banner to try and get both Byakuya and Rukia, because if you guys ask me, the main banner is going to be where it's at, but if you only care about one of the characters, then you guys can choose to skip for the individuals, if you only care about the one unit you care about. And now let's just go ahead and dive on in. The fillers are okay. I think they're pretty solid for what it is, but I'm just annoyed how we still have a lot of the older 1000 Year Blower characters. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and break down every single last one of them, but like, just know that the only dead filler would pretty much have to be Askin and Yuha. Daddy Ichigo is bound to get a resurrection pretty soon. He has a good kit, just that his DPS is no longer good. Once he gets his resurrection, he'll definitely be an amazing character. Again, I do anticipate that he's going to get the Liege treatment. Oetsu, you can still use him in Guild Quest. Don't get me wrong, he has a pretty high bruiser, I believe. No booster, but you can still use this guy overall, but there's better characters. Uryu gained a bit more value now that Linksaw Trials are a thing. He's able to farm both Super Potions, Linksaw Potions, and Droplets. Bambi is a really good link for speed characters. This Yama, mainly a link now for PvP. I have to be 100% honest, he's pretty much dead, fallen off. Shojiro's still good for link slot potions and guaranteeing droplets. And then Unohana, she's still good. She's still amazing. She's still a top 10 character in the game overall. Not top 5 anymore with the amount of characters that we have gotten recently, but she's definitely up there if you guys ask me. So now, I think we can go ahead and start with breaking down this entire banner overall. Byakuya, he's exceptionally amazing. Man, it took 2,000 Year Blower versions just to get this guy right here. They shafted him twice, and now, look at this guy. This guy is an absolute god, and you love to see that. So, he has Human Killer Plus. Now, of course, In PV content, let's be honest, killer doesn't matter. Content has become so much easier. You only need killer for when it comes to limit break requests and guild quests when the rules demand it. But everything else about this character, he's easily tied with Holobankai Toshiro in terms of being the #1 or #2 best heart unit in the game. Like, you can still make a case that Holobankai Toshiro is better than this guy, but at the same time, you can make a case that he's better than Holobankai Toshiro overall with how he is built up. So let's go ahead and take a look at everything else. His EX move is an AoE type of attack and will be able to apply 5 barriers to his allies, to himself and everyone else. Overall, amazing. I love this because it means you do spawn the barriers, you're still able to inflict status elements, which, bro, that's crazy. That's actually genuinely crazy. I think this is the first character to ever have a barrier attack and be able to inflict ailments. Caleb, I hope you take note from this EX move and you start implementing status elements when you give characters barriers on the second Tron attack, because, like, they should really start doing that. So, yeah. Really nice. Soul Trait is a 14% cooldown reduction and has Sprinter +2, Havoc of 20%, and full stamina only increased strong attack damage of 40%. But it doesn't end there. This guy has Frenzy +2 with Berserker 60%. Also has Bombardment with weakened defense. And keep in mind, he has weakening and paralysis on his entire kit, which is going to be amazing. Weakened defense, Poise Break, Sharpshooter, complete status immunity, 80% SP boost, and he has the Team Party Soul Reaper damage to status element affected enemies of 30%. So I think that's really good, and his kit is also perfect. He has a 3K length beam SA1, 960 AoE in front, and then a 1200 radius SA3 full screen. Marvelous kit. They did not fumble, and it's a blessing to behold for Byakuya. Now, if I were to give my own minor nitpick, I would have preferred this skill to be Captain damage to status element affected enemies rather than Soul Reaper. The reason why I say this is that now this skill is going to clash with the likes of the Tech 1000 Year Blower Tenjiro, because his main role is being able to boost, support, and also give more damage to status element affected enemies. And sadly, this is a same name skill, meaning that once you bring Tenjiro, it's not going to stack, which is very unfortunate, and I would have wished that he had Captain damage to status element affected enemies, as it would have meant that Tenjiro would still be able to buff him up nicely and give Byakuya even more damage, and it would have also helped with being able to buff Holobankai Toshiro, just so that way these two units can work together in their own respective guild quest rotations. Because yes, if you were to bring Holobankai Toshiro to buff up this Byakuya, you can't. You literally cannot do that. So who is going to be your only buffer for this 1000 Year Blower Byakuya? This guy right here, because he gives out 20% more strong attack damage to heart characters, and also gives out heart attribute captain damage to status element affected enemies of 20%. So that's pretty much your only buffer, and I feel like they kind of fumbled with that kind of skill alone. But everything else about this guy, it's perfect. I've got no complaints whatsoever. His DPS output that he's able to provide is going to be really strong. His Soul Bomb is going to be absolutely amazing for being able to nuke out a phase and get into the next phase. He has Poise Break as well, and he has increased ailment chance against humans, which means that he's going to be very consistent with being able to proc ailments against those enemy mobs and be able to get the job done just nicely. So Byakuya is an easy top 5 contender for the best units in the game overall, and for heart, he's tied with Holobankai Toshiro. He is that guy, and I'm glad that we are finally getting an OP Byakuya. The last really amazing one was 5th Annie, and now we're finally getting a really amazing 1000 Year Blower version. Thank you, Caleb. About damn time. About goddamn time. Now going over Rukia, okay. This character sparked a lot of controversy in between the community, and let me just say this. I think the kit should have been better. That is all I am going to say, because I feel like that they kind of fumbled with the SA2, if you guys ask me. But the rest, I think this character is going to be fine. She is still going to be able to clear content in PV regardless of how she was built up, and she will still be a very good character. Is she better than Ishin and Yuha? No. Better than White? Yes, because this character still is going to work for the content she was designed for. Now, she has Squad Zero Killer Plus, so she's already going to be able to outperform Yumi Chika overall with this killer ability, so not 60% compared to 40%. Soul Trait is Strong Attack Reacher's time of -14%, and also has reduced Strong Attack cooldown of 6%, with Havoc of 20%, and Sprinter +1. And she's a boosting character, by the way. So, yeah, she pretty much is going to be like 1000-Year Blower Soifun. And, of course, she doesn't have an EX move for whatever reason. I don't understand why. She would have benefited that if you guys ask me. So, taking a look at everything else. Oh, by the way, she inflicts Drain and Freeze on the entire kit as well. So, she has Frenzy +2 and Frenzy +3 in Guild Quests. Now, a lot of people are hating on this character because of these skills right here. A lot of people are saying, oh, she's only good in Guild Quests. Yes, but no, you can still use her everywhere else just fine. Like, I don't think she's gonna have too much of a problem with trying to clear overall. And if you look at the skill set, even outside of Guild Quests, you're still gonna be able to get Frenzy +2, melee damage of 10%, and a Berserker of 50%. And on top of it, if you're in a quest where Soul Reapers are a thing, guess what? You'll have an easy way of being able to inflict status elements regardless, with both your SA1 and SA3. And I'm gonna give you guys my honest opinion. If Rukia had Frenzy +1, Frenzy +2 in Guild Quests, I would not even be defending this character, because trust me, Frenzy +1 is just genuinely outdated and should not be a thing for any type of new unit. Mid-month or end-of-month, seasonal, limited, premium. If Frenzy +1 just needs to be gone, and Frenzy +2 needs to be permanent. Especially considering the fact that most of the top 10 characters in the game, not including Kenpachi and Grammy, all have Frenzy +2, and all manage to do content just fine. Now, if I were to give my own criticism, in her skill set, she really only needs damage to frozen and drained enemies just to make use out of her skill set. But again, it's the kits that, in my opinion, needed to be a lot better. If you guys want to know what the kit is for Rukia, she has a 750 lunge like Ishin and, I believe it was Kenny, 9th Annie. Her SA2 is unfortunately the Suction Vortex. That's my main problem right here. She has a boost SA, and she was given an attack that is mainly used for inflicting status elements, and she cannot do that, and then you have an SA3, which is an 1170 in front. Like, don't give a strong attack that is more so suited for inflicting ailments when you can't even do so. Like, that's just so retarded, if you guys ask me. And then the rest of the skills, again, she has Marauder with Enhancer, Booster, 80% status element spiritual pressure boost. Yeah, I think the skill set is fine. Just that the kit should have been a lot better overall for this character, but she's definitely going to be a lot better compared to Yumi Chika. And for you Rukia fans, you can still use this character just fine, even outside of Guild Quest content. Like, just pop in full stamina damage boost and long stride, and you guys are still going to have a lot of fun with this character. Think of her as a mini 1000-Year Blower Soifun, because that's pretty much what this character is at the end of the day. And I gave Soifun a lot of criticism, and I'm definitely gonna say quote-unquote hate, and I was proven wrong. So I'm glad that I was proven wrong, and I've gotten to like Soifun a lot more for the content she was designed for. My main worry is gonna be for Nightmare Plus, and whenever we do happen to get the ultimate difficulty, because I find it to still be a problem to have an SA2 where you cannot inflict status elements. And this Rukia, the same case that I stated for Soifun, is going to apply onto her. And I can't believe so many people are saying, bro, why can't we walk with her Bankai form? Because this is fucking Rukia for when she fought against Asnot. Hello? Have you guys watched the anime or have read the manga? If she moves in her Bankai after attaining the form from the Soul Palace, she will fucking die. My god, I just feel like you guys don't think at all before talking or saying stuff like Bankai Rukia. We need a 10-year later version remake for that, and that's not going to happen until the anime has ended. And I mean, they have ended with Core 4 being aired. I'm just saying that right now. So, it is what it is. I do think that this Rukia needed a bit more, but I'm not disappointed with what she was made for. Like, she still is going to be able to perform just fine. She is going to be able to perform similarly to 1000-Year Blower Soifun, albeit a bit less because she doesn't have the EX move, but everything else about her, I think she's fine. I think she's a good character. Top 10 contender? Not really, but as an overall character for Mind, she's top 3 for the Mind attribute. And going over Renji, he's just a Brave Battle character. He's mainly going to be there to put down Orihime. And guess what? This guy is putting an end to Chad because he is blocking power and technique attribute buffs and debuffs. Which is... Man, I hate this kind of skill, and I don't like how they made Renji into a PvP character. I'm more mad about Renji than Rukia right here. Now, sure, we can still get another Renji and Rukia because Renji will be able to do more in like Core 3 and Core 4, if I remember correctly after reading the manga. But this is still so disappointing for a lot of Renji fans, bro. This character keeps on getting disrespected in both BBS and Rebirth of Souls, and it's not even funny. This guy hasn't even gotten a trailer for the console game, which is crazy. And then you have the Soul Trait. Okay, cool. First time ever a PvP NAD character gets a double Soul Trait that isn't a resurrectable character, but this should have been DR 20%, not 16. If you guys ask me. That would have been really good to have. But then the innate abilities, he does have Sprint +1, long reach of 20% and Marauder, so at least you can use him outside of PvP, and the damage is okay at best. He does have Flurry +2 with 20% NAD, and that's pretty much about it. Like, the only realistic PvE skills is Flurry +2, Poise, Marauder, long reach, 20%, Sprint +1, and then from the Soul Trait, normal attack damage of 20% with a bit of DR in it. And I don't remember if this guy inflicts ailments, but I don't think so. Yeah, okay, it doesn't seem like it's the case at all. Like, I don't remember because I wasn't too interested in Renji. But all you guys need to know is that on his entire skill set, everything is centered towards Brave Battles. His entire skill list. Like, he has Prevent Brave Battle Healing, Brave Battle Temporary Invincibility, Ignore Brave Battle Invincibility, Pierce Barrier, Prevent Lasted Survival, Half Stamina Only, Decrease Damage Taken of -50%, Half Stamina Only, Increase Normal Attack Damage of 50%, Brave Battles Only, First 10 Seconds, Flurry +1. Why not Flurry +3 directly like Sajin has? I don't see the problem with that. Brave Battles Only, Persistence, Brave Battles Only, Block Power and Technique Attribute Boosts, and debuffs. Man, everything is a Brave Battles Only. Brave Battles Only, Brave Battles Only, Brave Battles Only, Brave Battles Only, Brave Battles Only. That's the best way to describe this character. Renji 1000 Year Blood War 2024 version, more like Renji Brave Battles Only version. This shit is starting to get into a tongue twister for this character. Oh my god. And before I end the video, just know that this is a 50-step banner overall, so there's no unfeatureds. And on step 25, you get the pity ticket. But for those that are even harder whales, if you go to step 50, you'll get an anime special choose a 5-star character summons ticket, which includes the 3 brand new characters. But besides that, from the ticket, you can also get any 1000 Year Blower character of your choosing, excluding the Swimsuit Bambis, excluding the Part 2 Anniversary characters, and of course Shinji and Kensei. So basically every single 1000 Year Blower character is present, but the characters I just named, and of course Renji, Byakuya, and Rukia is there. So yeah, but I would not really advise going to 50 steps because that's just overkill. It's 11k orbs, whereas for step 25 it's 5.5k orbs. But yeah, let me know if you guys are going to be summoning or skipping. I'm going to be summoning because I do need the characters overall, and I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tomorrow, just so you guys know. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, and hit the bell notification so that way you guys are up to date with my most recent videos. This has been your boy, the Dash Smasher, and hope to see you guys all in the next one. So have a wonderful day, lads. Peace out. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao.